Welcome to Willow and Lace, where we bring the beauty of cottagecore and country living to life. Today we'll explore a dreamy shabby chic spring bedroom styled with pastels and vintage ruffles. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment below to share your thoughts and inspiration. Soft blush walls catch the morning sunlight, glowing gently behind an iron bed dressed in pastel ruffles. Distressed nightstands with ceramic lamps add vintage charm, while a tulip-filled vase rests on lace. Oak floors are softened by a lavender rug, creating warmth and elegant serenity in spring. Mint, peach, and lilac tones breathe freshness into a room framed by tall windows. Gauzy ruffled drapery sways lightly as a carved headboard bed glows under layered lace quilts. A crystal chandelier scatters prisms across a whitewashed ceiling, filling the space with airy romance and shabby chic refinement. Golden light floods pastel pistachio and blush walls, embracing a wrought iron bed layered with ivory and coral ruffles. Botanical prints in gilded frames anchor the backdrop. A weathered vanity topped with a porcelain pitcher of daisies enriches the scene, weaving together texture, light, and nostalgic elegance with cinematic tenderness. Powdery lavender, pale yellow, and rose drape the bedroom in softness. Cascading ruffled linens and embroidered pillows shimmer beneath the light. A wardrobe of whitewash and brass rests gracefully against blush walls. Breeze's ripple sheer curtains as wildflowers in glass jars perfume the air, adding whimsy and delicate spring charm. Pastel aqua and blush linen spill over a faded oriental rug patterned with florals. At the bed's edge, a distressed wooden bench holds folded quilts in buttercream and lavender. Ivory-painted furniture glows under soft sunlight, highlighting lace lampshades and crystal drawer pulls, each detail weaving romance and vintage elegance. Morning light pours into a pastel bedroom centered by a canopy bed draped in sheer ruffled fabric. Distressed nightstands in powder blue frame the setting, while a spring floral quilt rests nearby. A porcelain vase filled with tulips adds vibrancy, blending fabric, lace, and vintage wood into harmonious grace. Robin's egg walls reflect soft light across an ivory and blush bed layered with ruffled bedding. A vintage trunk filled with floral quilts rests at its foot. Whitewashed furniture, ornate carvings, and a distressed mirror expand the space, balancing pastel serenity with spring's fresh vitality and cinematic tenderness. A wrought iron bed dressed in pale peach and buttercream cascades with ruffled linens. Floral embroidered cushions rest against a backdrop of flowing curtains, lifting gently in the breeze. A distressed armoire with brass handles glows in afternoon light, while lilac-filled jars shimmer softly, enriching the atmosphere with spring tenderness. Blush and sage ruffles frame a bed glowing beneath sunlight. Distressed nightstands hold crystal lamps that reflect across floral wallpaper. A weathered arched mirror leans casually, capturing fragments of light. At ground level, a pale pink woven rug completes the composition, layering warmth, elegance, and balanced shabby chic refinement. Ivory and lavender ruffled bedding spills from the bed, with pastel floral quilts softening every line. A carved chandelier painted white scatters gentle light across faded rose wallpaper. A porcelain bowl of daffodils brightens a distressed dresser, balancing vintage texture with the freshness of blooms in a dreamy spring setting. Buttercream, lavender, and blush fill the room with tender pastel harmony. An ornate vintage bed rests beneath cascading linens and velvet cushions. Lace curtains scatter patterns of sunlight across frosted wardrobe panels. A ceramic jug of peonies glows on a wooden stool, enriching textures of fabric, wood, and light. Pastel peach and ivory ruffles soften the bed, surrounded by a vintage dressing table with shimmering glass bottles. Floral embroidered curtains filter the light, casting patterns across a weathered floor mirror. A wicker basket at the bed's foot holds folded quilts, combining rustic textures with delicate grace and spring freshness. Soft pastel hues of pink, mint, and lavender frame a wrought iron bed layered with cream ruffles. Embroidered cushions and ceramic lamps complete the symmetry. Vintage glass bottles scatter soft reflections onto faded walls, their glow infusing every surface with a sense of springtime poetry and airy shabby chic romance. A white painted bed anchors ruffled bedding in rose, mint, and cream. A distressed carved mirror leans beside a tall lace-dressed window, glowing under the afternoon sun. A rug of faded pastels grounds the design, layering vintage textures and spring brightness in a composition of cinematic shabby chic charm. Buttercream and blush ruffled bedding drape across a bed crowned with a distressed headboard. Sunlight warms a weathered bedside table topped with a glass vase of wildflowers. Faded floral wallpaper creates a romantic backdrop, while a chandelier of crystal drops glimmers gently above, capturing warmth and cinematic refinement. Lavender and pale peach tones soften the room where a wrought iron bed rests beneath embroidered lace curtains. Ruffles cascade gently across the frame, layered with knitted throws. A porcelain pitcher of tulips glows atop a distressed chest, balancing spring vibrancy with vintage charm in an airy, light-filled haven. Robin's egg walls bathe a shabby chic bedroom in luminous serenity. Ivory and rose ruffles spill from the bed, paired with patchwork quilts. A distressed bench supports embroidered cushions, while sunlight filters through lace curtains. A bowl of lilacs perfumes the room, weaving vintage nostalgia with spring freshness. Blush and mint-painted walls surround a vintage bed dressed with tiered ivory ruffles. Quilts folded neatly glow beneath light streaming through sheer curtains. A chandelier with frosted glass petals hangs above, reflected in an oval mirror. Every detail balances vintage romance with spring brightness in cinematic precision. Cascading ivory ruffles dress the bed, layered with watercolor floral cushions in lavender and sage. A distressed mint armoire anchors the scene beside a porcelain lamp. Sunlight filters through lace-draped windows onto blossoms in glass vases, harmonizing wood, linen, and floral textures with the softness of shabby chic elegance. Pale coral and cream ruffled bedding rests against a vintage vanity reflecting soft sunlight. Sheer curtains ripple gently, framing a glowing morning view. Roses in a crystal vase scatter reflections across distressed wood. The composition feels cinematic, balancing spring grace and vintage charm in one seamless, timeless vision. Thank you for joining us in this journey through shabby chic spring elegance, where soft pastels and vintage textures create timeless serenity. We hope this inspired your next cozy transformation. Be sure to subscribe, like, and comment. We love hearing your ideas and stories. Until next time, stay inspired.